Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, this is mostly just a bonus episode. You're still going to get your Uzume video today, tonight, whatever you want to call it. So don't worry about it. This is just something I've noticed, and I wanted to discuss this discussion video about Super Dimension Neptune vs. Sega Hard Girls, and this discussion is about the Time Eater. Now, I noticed this weird, strange, desperate sort of desire to create and consume time. The Time Eater just seems like this very visceral, guttural monster. And his character is a fascinating thing, because we constantly search, or we constantly hear why he's doing what he's doing. We hear this primal yet sentient form of desire to erase time, and I don't quite know why. And I also don't quite know why there's this feud between Sega and Time Eater to begin with, because there's, at the end of the true ending, there's this constant reminder to us that the Time Eater is really desperate and very visceral and hungry. There's this weird established feud at the end between Sega and the Time Eater, and apparently these two have been warring for over thousands of years, and I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, wait, why is that? How have you been warring for 1,000+ years? Why are you warring? There's no information, and there's also no actual reason why he feels so desperate to begin with. There is no segue, which is why I constantly wonder. Because out of all the villains Neptunia has, the Time Eater is actually the one that they give the most respect to. The only one who comes close to having the same credence of respect to the Time Eater is Hyper Devotion Noir's version of R4. There is a little too much levity and game-breaking commentary and comedy that even with Kurome to a certain degree. And that's what bothers me. I know full well that when Neptunia tries, they can write a good villain. But the problem is with a lot of the villains, such as Ray Wrights or any of the Seven Sages, they constantly undermine these villains. And they make these villains, generally be, taken down a peg, not by organic feuds and final battles, but by terrible, terrible jokes. And it bothers the piss out of me, which is why I'm always intrigued by the Time Eater's desperation. So, the Time Eater himself is one of the most fascinating villains Neptunia has portrayed, and probably, in fact, the most fascinating villain Neptunia has portrayed. It's stuff like the Time Eater that makes me wish, truly and wholeheartedly, that the Time Eater, or for the sequel to the Super Dimension Neptune vs. Sega Hard Girls. But the problem is they're busy making too many shitty action RPGs. I hope I'm wrong about this whole, I hope I'm wrong about Triple Vtunia, because it seems like Triple Vtunia is made by the actual creators themselves. But not gonna lie, I have next to no confidence in the story of Triple Vtunia. I can only hope that the story itself will be, or rather the mechanics themselves will be enough, and I'm hoping that the story is not as bad as I'm giving it a rap to. So yeah, keep that in mind. The Time Eater is one of the most compelling villains in the Neptunia franchise, and I wish I got more than what I got from Super Dimension Neptune vs. Sega Hard Girls. So, there's that. Don't worry, you're still going to get your Uzume video for today, ladies and gentlemen. So like the video if you have not already, subscribe if you are new, click the bell, select all to be notified of more of my content, and don't forget to follow me on Twitch at the same channel name, while making sure you also have the bell to be notified of my streams. This has been One Man, recording at 96 Hertz. Hopefully, I'll see you guys next time.